I would like to welcome everybody to the first episode of the first season of what I like to call Head of Lettuce podcast. I'm gonna start this off because I'm kind of behind. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, so I'm gonna play a little bit of a song that was done on my latest EP, which is entitled Heavens to Murgatroyd. It's available on all streaming platforms, and it's just so I can get my stuff set up real quick because this is the first time. And with that being said, I'm gonna play a song called First Time by me and my boy Diamond Nichols. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I was a young one. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table.
First time I seen a brick when my uncle was hitting licks. They was going crazy, running to the block to get the sniff. If you broke, can't get no fix. Really, they could get two shits. If you broke, can't get no fix. Really, they could get two shits. 80s baby, era of the cane flow. 80s baby, era of the cane go. Wicked chair, sitting at a wicked table. Way before Wi-Fi, they was connected just like cable. A brick of bump on the table by the Apple Jacks. Worked off the pager, they didn't have an Apple Jack. Call it Bettis, that's a 36. Can't give no credits when you trying to get filthy rich.
I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. Hey, yo. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. Hey yo, first time I seen a brick on the table drove me crazy. It was me, Ron Dundee, CP Baby. We was in the Fae. It was crowded. Oh, the joys of public housing. I remember Jimmy Smalls when he came back from Texas, flexing. We helped him break that shit down, that Lexus. Young niggas, high off Reagan youth, reckless. Robbing niggas, hide your necklace. First time I counted 3 stacks, I was hungry. Had to move my feet so I could eat, show them I wanted. First time we set floor seats, knew we wasn't going back. This shit just ain't fall up in my lap. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table. I remember the first time I seen a brick up on the table.
You want to deal with the Lord, you deal with us later. You understand?
Later. Why should I do something later when I can do it now?
Because I told you to.
All right, I'm back. I feel better about it now. I had to get my shit rolled up, and I had to set my stuff up. But like I said earlier, I want to thank everybody, if anybody, for paying attention, listening to the podcast, Head of Lettuce. This is humble beginnings, man. I'm doing what is coming natural to me, man. Like, I ain't got no script for this episode. I'm just winging it. I'm just going off the head, hence the name of the podcast. But I want to start because I was a good friend of mine, D-Dub, David Smith, who's been real instrumental in helping me with this podcast, and he did the cover. He made my logo. Did the IHP logo. And a plethora of my album covers. D-Dub is one of my best friends. And he was very instrumental in this podcast. But he told me, first episode, just bang. Give him an explanation of what you're doing here. So let me start off by saying this. This podcast was supposed to be a collaborative effort between my brother and I, Monk. I was about to say Baby Monk, but he ain't been Baby Monk in almost 30 years. Monk and I were supposed to do a podcast called Cincinnati Neighborhood Legends, based off of the now infamous, notorious, legendary mixtape series of the same name, Cincinnati Neighborhood Legends. We broke a lot of artists over those 40 plus mixtapes that we put out in a span of, 3-4 years on our little run, a little mixtape run. And that was a label that we had called BHB Art, which is still up and running today, functioning. But Monk and I were supposed to do sorry, I had to fix my blunt. Monk and I were supposed to do the Cincinnati Neighborhood Legends podcast. And unfortunately, my brother fell into unfortunate health issues. And I pray for my brother every day. And I hope that y'all do. If y'all know him, if you don't, Monk the promo god. He's a Cincinnati legend. He's done more for a lot of artists than their own labels have and their own CEOs and all that other stuff. That's a story for a whole nother episode. And trust me, there will be an episode for that. But Monk and I were supposed to do the podcast. My brother got ill, and me having this desire to express myself, I just, certain things, like I'm not engaging in social media like I was in earlier years of social media. Social media has taken a turn, and I've seen the effect that it's had on people's brains in my household and abroad. So I'm not really a big fan of social media like that outside of YouTube and, real creative social media, not the Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams of the world. But not to say that I don't have an Instagram and a Facebook and a Twitter, but everything ain't for everybody. And as of right now, the social media aspect is not how I want to express myself. And the music aspect, I can't be as, sorry about that. I can't be as expressive as I want to be without backlash, if that makes sense. And in this space that I'm in right now with the podcast and shit, this is why it's called The Head of There, because I don't give a fuck. And I mean that shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to express myself. I'm going to speak my mind. I ain't going to disrespect nobody. And if you take it as disrespect, then that's on you. Speaking of which, another reason why I'm off of social media is the snatching of shoes, is what I call it. As I will make a post, and somebody will take that post and apply it to themselves as if I was talking to or about them. Why did that pop in my head? I don't know. But the purpose of this podcast is for me and my brothers, when they show up, to tell our story, to tell the untold stories of those who have paved the way, not only in music, but in art, in graphic design, in sports, in entrepreneurship across the Cincinnati area. This is not limited to black folk, and it won't only include black and white folk. I know a lot of motherfuckers. I've traveled the world. Thank God I can say that. Oh yes, thank you, my brother Ronald, who will be on this show often. I would say that Ronald, I'm sorry, Ron, RON, affectionately known by those within local music circles. RON, the realest out now. I don't know if that was supposed to be, but Ron has pointed out that we will also be talking about fashion, as in our older years, you can call it a midlife crisis if you want to, but yeah, we getting deep into this fashion life, and it feels good to wear luxury clothing and jewelry, but that's neither here nor there. Fashion will also be a topic. Ronald will be a reoccurring and normal member of the cast / whatever the fuck. I don't know what the fuck to call this shit as of yet. Like I said, I'm winging it. This is my first episode. My brother Dunny will be here. Definitely gonna have Monk on whenever he can come, of course. Can't tell these stories without Monk. And I'm going to get everybody that I can, if not directly in this building, I'm going to get them to call in or pre-record or whatever. Oh yeah, shout out to the great artist Nova Cordova. If you do not know who Nova Cordova, tongue twister, Nova Cordova, look her up on Spotify. I don't know if it's just Spotify, YouTube, TikTok. That's what I would say. Nova Cordova, NovaCordova, Nova Cordova. Check her out, man, please. And have an open mind, because the art is actually good. Again, man, I want to give a special shout out to my brothers who were instrumental in this, because this has been something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I'm not there yet. I'm sure there's a lot that you can hear in the background. I want, the vision for this is way bigger than the actuality right now. But we got to start somewhere, right? So, the music, the art, the fashion, the culture. I hate that word culture. Because people associate it with the wrong things now, but this is what I'm trying to implement into this pod. I'm not for the drama. I ain't for the bullshit. I'm for the celebration. Now, if it's warranted, then you might hear some stuff that'll feed the algorithm. Something that will feed the algorithm.
because I got a lot of shit I could talk. I know a lot of shit, and it's a lot of false prophets, false leaders, fake tough guys, self-proclaimed best, all this shit, man. And as an observer, you know, it's like I'm a bird watcher. I really, and I'm not just saying that shit, but that is a metaphor and a fact. I love bird watching. Birds are some of the most fascinating creatures on the planet, and some of the most terrifying creatures on the planet too. I've been more scared of birds in certain situations. You ever seen an owl in real life in the wild? Like, not in the zoo or nothing, like, you know, or somebody holding it on their arm, like, in the fucking, like, perch somewhere, just staring at you. It's the scariest shit ever. It's like owls, like, peer into your soul. Scariest shit ever. But I'm a bird watcher. And in bird watching, you gotta be quiet and observe. Shut the fuck up and listen. You have to watch out for every small movement, or you might miss this shot right here. You know what I mean? The birds is fast. And metaphorically speaking, I pay attention to everything because I'm not in it. I'm not in the trees right now. I'm not out there with the birds. I'm just watching you motherfuckers. And in watching it, I have a lot of things I can old man rant about. But I won't. Unless provoked. I don't want to feed the algorithm in that way. I'm trying to be on some of the most positive vibrations I've ever been on in my life. So I don't engage. I will walk away. But let me get down to these shout outs because I'm rambling, and that's something that I don't want to do. Even though this is called The Head of Lettuce. But I don't want to be a rambler. This episode will be one that I'm going to go back and laugh at because humble beginnings. Humble. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just reading live chat as it comes in. Shout out to my nigga Infamous B. So with that being said, I'm gonna look back at this episode and I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. And I'm going to be like, damn, this is where we started at. Because I'm telling you. This will be something. I'm not saying we're going to be the biggest. I'm not saying, but this is going to be something. I know this because I know what I know. And I know who I know. So, I'm going to do these. I'm going to run through these shout outs real quick. Let me do a quick overview for those who, I got a bunch of motherfuckers paying attention right now, but y'all are going to go back one day. So, quick overview. I started this podcast because my brother and I, Monk the promo guy, we're supposed to do a podcast celebrating local Cincinnati artists, musicians, graphic designers, fashion designers, all that shit. Chefs, called Cincinnati Neighborhood Legends. Unfortunately, my brother fell into some illness. Prayers up for my bro, that he hope he gets well and that he can perform and join me. But like I said, my need to express myself was so strong that I decided to do it by myself in the meantime and in between time. Now it's going to be a little bit different format. I am celebrating, but I'm also expressing myself as best as I can. Then Yeah, just to share some music and thoughts, and I'm lost, but we're gonna get there. Just bear with me, motherfuckers. And shout outs. First of all, let me shout out BHBR, Bodie House Bodie Records. That is the label in which I started. That is my baby. So BHBR, I want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, Dunny Rich, my brother, Monk, my brother, Ron, my brother, CP baby, Diamond Dam. And then we got IHP, the collective. That is me and Ron's collective of some of the best musicians that I've ever met in my life, if I can be honest. We got me, myself, and I. We got Ron. We've got Infamous B. We've got Ezrock, E.S. Star. We got Sleazy 2 Real. And my homie Carday the Great, man. And I want to shout out my boy Dave, man, who I can't express enough thanks to for all he's done. Personally and professionally, man. I love you, bro. Shout out my children. Hey, man, if I missed you, man, I'm high as fuck. And I'm trying not to have too much dead air, but I mean, you know how the brain works, so I love you, and you know I love you if you know I love you, man. So these are the people that I need to immediately thank, because they all played a role in what I'm doing right now. So this will be on YouTube. I have a YouTube page. It's called Head of Lettuce Pod. Go ahead and check that out. You can search it, Head of Lettuce, just like you see on your screen. This episode will be on there. I'm going to go put that up there. Also, Spotify. It's going to be on Spotify podcast. Hopefully this episode will be up tomorrow. I'm definitely going to upload it. And Twitch. So these are the main platforms I will be streaming my podcast on. I'm gonna be streaming it live on Twitch and YouTube, and then the next day it'll be on Spotify, and then it will be archived on Spotify. So please subscribe, like, share, hype, all that good shit that you know everybody else tells y'all to do. And I hope y'all tune into the next one. But even if you don't, I ain't gonna stop. But I pray that you're there. And I love you all, and I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm not about to leave y'all empty-handed, though. I'm about to, let me see what song I can play real quick. 'Cause I got so many bangers. I don't just want to play one of my beats. Let me think. What can I play real quick? That's just the intro. I'll let this ride. Sleazy 2 Real. Romaine Lettuce does come as a head. Alright, man, this is the intro to my last full-length album. Though there will be others. It's called Mega Man. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
with green eggs and ham. Front of 50 pack, man, I was booming K's like kilogram. Hit 'em with fresh produce, man, my produce was the freshest. Took 'em to Romania cause it was highly requested. Told y'all Cincinnati, Hollywood back in the day. Went back to 1998 and spoke to God, now let us pray. Yeah, went to Memphis 10 and linked with legends of my youth. Yeah, came back and then gave you niggas the spirit of truth. I'm a fan of my friends, I hope it showed in value one. And now I understand, oh yeah, my nigga, the rain has just begun. In-house production, me and Ron, now we some owners. Paradise dope and my wife inspired lovers and stoners. 20 plus years and 10 albums, most niggas won't obtain. Been through all the rain, king of